I will open for you your favorite scholar, Ibn Kathir, the one you like. Let us see what Ibn Kathir said about how Allah he made the baby come to exist. Here we go. This is Ibn Kathir, not me. He is created you from water gushing forth, meaning the sexual fluid come from out bursting forth from the man and the women. From what? From the man and the women. It's a sexual and a fluid and the bursting forth. So it's coming out. This is orgasm, which is false, because the women orgasm is not will make the baby. Thus the child produced from both of them by permission of Allah. Continue. Proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women, which is referring to the hair chest. Proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women, the fluid is yellow and fine in texture. This is for the women, and the child will not be born except from both of them, i.e. their sexual fluid. Do you believe in this madness?
Again, I'm not a doctor to say whether this is right or wrong.
Okay, I will give you 10,000 years to search the internet and you will find that this is nothing but garbage. There's no way this can be from God. A man, he claimed that women have orgasm and that yellow fine texture will make the baby. If we go to the hadith, which is not contradicting the Quran, so you don't have the excuse now to say contradicting the Quran, your prophet said that if the women have orgasm first, the baby will be like her, which means a female and look like her. If the man have orgasm, the baby will look like him. Do you agree with that?
If Muhammad said it, then yes.
Okay, but that's mean Muhammad is a false prophet, because this is absolutely false. Everybody is laughing. This is far away from any scientific fact. Everybody is going crazy. Look what people are saying in the chat. So my lady, you are trying just because you are a Muslim, whatever Muhammad is say, you accept even if it's funny and stupid. Okay, let us make it simple for you. So Muhammad, if Muhammad is saying that, you agree with it. Is that okay? Anything Muhammad is say, you agree with it. Okay. Now, if we ask you, in the heaven of Allah, what Allah will give you as a woman?
I am anything we desire, we will obtain in Jannah.
Okay. Is that including if a woman she like to have sexual relationship with a woman?
So the Jannah of Allah is pure. So if people desire these things, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not allow them to enter Jannah.
How you just told me anything you desire. You just told me anything you desire, and now you are saying to me if you desire something Allah don't agree with, He will not give it to you. So it was a fraud promise.
No, if you desire something good, then Allah will give it to you.
Only if it's good. Okay, like what? Look what your prophet is saying. This is Jami' al-Turmudi. Your prophet saying, indeed, in paradise there's a market in which there is no buying nor selling except for images of men and women. This is the first Playboy magazine in the space. So whenever a man desire an image, he enter it. You're a prophet promising men, not you. A Playboy magazine have images of men and women.
Is this hadith sahih or?
All the hadith which is embarrassing are not sahih, I guarantee you. I just showed you a hadith is sahih, you said you rejected a second ago. You forgot?
Not everything from Sahih Bukhari is hadith.
Here we go, guys. You know, is this hadith is sahih? I just showed you a hadith is sahih, you didn't accept it.
Yes, because it contradicted the Quran.
So how it is sahih but it's contradict the Quran? Because sahih means authentic.
No, not everything in Sahih Bukhari is sahih.
Lady, it is authentic. Authentic mean what? It's mean it is checked and it passed and it is the Prophet who said that. So how it can be authentic? The Prophet said it and yet you don't accept it.
So we don't know if the Prophet ﷺ said it.
So how you know that this hadith is not said by the Prophet? How you know the Quran said by the Prophet anyway?
Oh, because it's in chain. We have
it's in chain.
Muslim.
Well, the hadith I just showed you, the one before it, it was in chain. It says Sahih, and you reject it.
Well, it contradicts the Quran, so then it's not correct.
Okay, so if something contradicts the Quran, we should not accept. You agree?
If something contradicts the Quran, then we cannot accept it.
All right. There's nowhere in the Quran it says that the mut'ah is not to be practiced no more. Can you show me a verse that says don't do mut'ah no more?
Well, it says zina is wrong.
No,
so.
I'm not talking about zina. Zina is, so are you saying mut'ah is zina?
Well, it is right now.
Ah, mut'ah is guys, mut'ah is adultery right now. So Allah, He approved adultery in the time of Muhammad.
But during the time of the Prophet, it was not.
Ah, in the time of the Prophet, it was a holy thing to do. Now it is haram. Why it's haram now?
Because it was only for during war.
Hold on. You can rent women during war?
It's not renting. It's essentially, it's because men have like a desire.
Who said it's, who said it's not renting? Who is the one who said that? You or somebody told you that?
I'm not. I have to.
Okay, here we go. This is your Islamic website. This is alislam.org. Read with me in the screen, please. This is your Islamic, website written by your leaders. Explain to us al-mut'ah, the pillars of mut'ah. It says here that mut'ah is a kind of rental. It is kind of what? Rental. In defining rental. Read carefully with me. This is not me talking. This is you, Muslims, talking about the mut'ah. Let us see. How Muslims they rent mut'ah, rent women. Allah, He is allowing Muslim to rent women. Muslim women are rented by Muslim men legally. And she is saying it's okay at that time of Muhammad. It says, in some work, special term is applied to women who participate in mut'ah. Musta'ajara, which means rented. Rented women. Mut'ah is considered as a kind of rental because in general, a man's basic aim is kind of marriage is sexual enjoyment. So you are saying to me that your prophet, he was in war. He allowed Muslim women to rent themselves to men to have boom boom with them. And that is okay.
If it's during war, then I don't see a problem with it.
So the women who take off her panty because somebody gave her $5 during war, is she a good woman?
I do not know. I have to ask.
You see, I will go with your answer, which is I find it very silly. Muslims now in war everywhere. There is war in Iraq, there's war in Libya, there's war everywhere. Can Muslim men rent Muslim women?
No, it was only during the time of the Prophet.
But you just say this is because of war. So war exists, nothing changed. So why in the time of the Prophet was okay and now it's not okay? If this is the reason, the war, well, they are in war. There's war in Iraq, there's war in Syria, there's war in Yemen, there's war in Egypt, there's war everywhere. So I can rent women or I cannot.
I'm not really sure, so I can probably ask someone and then I can tell you what they told me.
Okay, let me ask you. The Shia, they still practice mut'ah. Why? And the Muslim Sunni, they are not practicing mut'ah. Why?
The Shia don't accept the hadith that.
Okay, but you are the one, hold on, but you are the one who said to me, if the hadith contradict the Quran, we will not accept. The mut'ah is a verse in the Quran. The hadith says that the Prophet, he forbid the mut'ah. So how you see, look what you did to yourself. How you a second ago, you rejected the hadith because you said it's contradict the Quran, I don't accept it. But yet you accept the hadith about the mut'ah, which contradict the Quran. The Shia says
that zina is wrong.
Okay, hold on. There's nowhere in the Quran says mut'ah is zina. The Quran says you can rent women and you can pay them money for enjoying it, which means their private part. So you are the one shooting yourself in the foot. You said if a hadith contradict the Quran, you reject the hadith. Look what happened now. You are rejecting the Quran because of a hadith.
So when the Quran says something and the Hadith says something different, then you have to reject the Hadith. But the Quran does say that zina is wrong, and so that Hadith is supporting zina.
No. You see, don't fabricate things. First of all, if Allah says you do mut'ah, how you can call this a zina? Shame on you. With my respect to you, and the other one insult. You are insulting Allah now. Don't do that, please, in front of me. That's haram. If Allah says you do mut'ah, and now you are saying mut'ah is zina, so you are saying to me that Allah in the time of Muhammad says do zina. She hung up. Call me back. Do you see how they play games? We don't debate Muslims. You know, we have to. They play games. It's like a cat and a mice. You know, you have to go in the corner, try to hold them from their tail. No honesty. When they want, they reject. When they want, they accept. When they want, she do not know. She is a lady. And she do not know where the sperm of the man is coming. She do not know if the women have a sperm or not. Suddenly she do not know. She's a baby. She's 6 months old. She never heard of this before. Taqiyya, to defend Islam. This is the truth. But you know, I respect this lady. She is way more brave than those potatoes who call themselves, they grow in beard. Look, you see, I spoke to her kindly. I go down to her level with her education. And still I respect her because she is more brave than all those men who claim to be men. Is that right? She is a woman. She is better than those sheikhs who have long beard. They don't dare to call me. Look, I spoke to her nicely. I didn't say anything. And I go down to her level. I'm going with her wherever she go. As if I'm talking to a child. This is Al-Fatiha.